Hello. Hello, this reading is for Aquarius. This is your reading for January. Happy New Year. This is going to be a prelude, just something for you to work with beginning the year. While I was doing your cards and while I was shuffling, yes, by the way, this is spiritually fine-tuned. It's time for you to become spiritually fine-tuned. We're going to find out what you need fine-tuning on. While I was doing your reading, I felt a sense of peace, a sense of calm, and a sense of surrender. I was also pretty chatty. Aquarius, you guys are, a little emotional, so you're not as talkative, but this chatty was like a calm, peaceful conversation to where your words are coming out more clear. If your words weren't coming out clear before, they're coming out very clear now. It's not like overly thinking it or overly feeling it. It's more like a firm directness. There you go. Okay. So if this is your first time looking at my channel, the 3 cards in the middle deal with what's going on internally, the things that people may not see. It is the life change cards, the butterfly cards, which indicate the changes that are happening in your life internally. On the outside, we have the angel messages on your left and your right, which is what the angels want you to know. And at the top and the bottom, we have the chakra, which is dealing with the aura. And all of the 4 cards on the outside is sometimes the way people see you. And it is also how people feel you're dealing with those things internally. So the 3 in the middle, nobody really knows. It's a secret between you and I. Only me and you and the Holy Spirit know. And the 4 on the outside is the way people may perceive it. So you can go off other people's perception or you can go off your own. And we also do, you're supposed to get 1 card. This is the roadmap, which tells you the direction you're on. So you're feeling like flying. You're like, the flying card is symbolizing you being able to realize that you don't have to wait on an opportunity. You can take the chance and take that leap of faith. But you also had a second card come out, which is details. Normally, if 2 cards come out, I put it back in there. But I didn't realize it was 2 cards until I got ready to see the card. Because the only card that came out first was details, and I was about to see the card over there. So you actually had 2 cards, and I was like, it doesn't make sense when you shuffle it over because I didn't even know it was there. So basically, the role that you're on is making sure that you're paying attention to the details. And I like this card because in the middle of it, it has clarity, but it's upside down. Now, it's a type of clarity that is naked. It's not perceived to the naked eye. It's an inside understanding. That is what you guys have. Remember I said this is an inside thing we're doing? Look, it's an inside understanding that you are gaining with spirit or through your emotional space. You're gaining that clarity. And it looks upside down or it looks backwards, or the route that you took may have been perceived as backwards or chaotic or unnecessary, but it brought you some unfound truths. It brought you some new beliefs. And flying is about saying, hey, I can take that leap of faith. I can use all the colors. I could use everything. I was about to say, listen to the voices of the wind. Pocahontas. You taking everything that you know, and you're like, I'm about to fly with what I have, because what you have is already beautiful. You don't need anything else. You are perfect the way you are. No matter what people say, we all need to grow. We all need to develop. But the stage we are in right now at this moment matters. And it is perfect as is because God has allowed it to be that way. So anyway, enough with my jibber jabber. Internally, you're changing your mind about something. You're thinking about something and trying to figure out, is it a yes or no? Is it a stay or go? Should I do it? Should I not? And through this clarity, you're realizing that you should change your mind. And changing your mind doesn't mean you change your answer. You change your mind on how to get the answer. You're changing what you think about the answer or how the answer should be. You're changing the information like it's upside down. You're like, wait a minute, I can see this a different way. It's almost like being in a hangman position. So you change your mind about the way you view it. You may still have a no, but you view that no as something that's important at this moment. Or you might change your mind altogether and say this no is a yes. That's up to you. You also have volunteer. So you're thinking about volunteering, maybe the knowledge you've learned, or just volunteering in a way that allows you to fly, just doing things to feel energized again. When you volunteer, you're around a lot of people and it's all positivity. When you volunteer, you're not expecting to receive anything. So you're volunteering on the basis of, listen, I have enough where I am, or I've learned enough where I am, and I just want to give of myself. This is more like you being selfless. You're like, you know what? I need to look at this stuff differently. I need to change my mind and my thought process. I need to volunteer more of me. I don't think you want to volunteer more of things. It could be, but I feel like you want to volunteer more of you because you're a chatty. Aquariuses are not always chatty. I mean, not the ones I've met, but if you open them up and get them in the right vibe, they're chatty. So you're like, I want to volunteer more of me. And that is completely fine. It's not saying that you're doing so. You're understanding how to do it, and this is what you're going on internally. You also have sobriety, which is, of course, being sober. Be ye sober minded. That's what the Bible tells us. I always tell people that sobriety is not just about alcohol, marijuana, tobacco, cigarettes. It's about being sober, detoxing off of the things you watch, detoxing off the things you eat. Sometimes we get addicted to TV. Sometimes we get addicted to social media. You need to sober up off of the things that may be hindering your volunteering and maybe hindering you being your full authentic self because you're going out for the stuff that you're addicted to. Sometimes our addictions become us. Sometimes what we eat become us. I mean, they say you are what you eat, child, but whatever we consume becomes us, but that's not the true you. So you have to sober up off of all that stuff you consumed, which has nothing to do with you. It just was maybe a lesson or something that helped you grow so you could fly. So you're sobering up from that internally. You're like, I need to get rid of all this stuff that does not match what God has for me. And that is beautiful. The angels want you to know that this is good that you have sobriety, because it says life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hand and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients. So as you're changing your mind and realizing things, you're like, hey, I'm energy. I am energy. Whatever I put out comes back to me. I can help others with the vibe that I give off. I can be positive and others will be positive. I don't have to have an attitude to get things to go my way. I don't have to close myself off to better myself. I can open myself up and still better myself in the way that I open myself up. And on the right, you have steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. So with this energy, you really like the highest vibration is love. Some say joy, some say love. I like to say it's love because the Bible says above all these things, we should love. It's like, even Whitney Houston said it. I wish you love. What she said? No, yeah. Well, I forgot the words, but she said above all of this, I wish you love. I don't want to butcher her song, but of all these things, the Bible does clearly say of all these things is love that he cares about. So to me, the highest vibration is love, but it's right up there with joy, because when you walk in love, it's joy anyway. So the angels are saying they see the steady progress you're making, either in sobriety or just even changing your mind. They realize that you're looking at things from a different point of view. They're realizing that you're seeing all the things that you need to detach from and the things you need to clear out of your system, out of your aura. And they're saying that it's working and they're paying attention and they want to reward you for that. And they just want to say, hats off to you, Aquarius, for at least attempting, because we're not going to always get it right. But they say if you at least try. A for effort, A for effort, Aquarius. In your aura, though, you have confusion. So this is about being confused. So you may be confused about, and if you see it's a ghost in the background, maybe you may be confused about your shadow self, or maybe you may be confused about should you stay in this corner or let yourself fully live. All in all, it's just a little bit confusion. God is not the author of confusion. It's not the worst thing. We all have those moments. At the bottom, you have self-worth. So for you, you're dealing with, you're dealing with making sure that you know you're comfortable with you and you deserve to be you to the fullest. Not the, I don't want to say intoxicated you, or the you that's full of other people's feelings or other people's drama or other situations, or you that's full of what you saw, or you full of what you experienced. You're like, no, I'm me within myself. I'm me healed. I'm me flying high, man. I'm me fearless. I'm me at peace. I'm me calm. I'm me, I'm me, I'm me. My shady amor. Pretty little one that I adore. How I wish that you were mine. That was not good. But it's like you're getting your self-worth, and it is okay, Aquarius, because you deserve to be loved too, but you deserve to be yourself. You don't have to be, anytime you're in a relationship or a situation that makes you have to be someone else, or a situation that tells you, no, you need to do more of this or less of that, that is diminishing who you are. All it is chipping away at who you are. You are energetically inclined to be of service to people when you volunteer your full self and realize that your full self is worth it, because you guys have a knack for being emotional, but it's like, so we need emotions. How can you love if you have no emotions? Don't let people tell you that you're overly emotional. Sit with yourself and say, hey, I need to sober up on these emotions, detox on these emotions, if you feel so. Because the same person who's telling you, hey, you're too emotional, you're going to meet another person that says, wait a minute, I like that you have all these emotions and those feelings, because I am I was about to say dead inside, but that is so dramatic. But I don't know how to get in touch with my emotions. The beautiful things about water signs is because earth signs are just so stubborn, they can't get in touch with their emotions. A water sign can help a person like that get in touch with their emotions. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them. So that emotional part of you is beautiful. And I feel you're at peace with it. And you're like, man, I can still talk and know where my emotions lie. It's just knowing where your emotions lie, what they mean, and what they can produce. So you have gained that clarity maybe through being too emotional. Upside down, you're like, at first you was just heavily emotional and all over the place, but then you realize, wait, I can have these emotions and not let them have me. They don't have control over me, I have control over them. So if I am happy, hey, I am happy. If I am sad, hey, I am sad. Let's see and do something about it. But it's honoring the emotions within yourself, and allowing it to help you fly. Listen, this horse is covered in all type of stuff. You're like, I got my emotions, I got my mind, I got everything. But it's flying and it's beautiful. Every part of you is beautiful. And that's what you're learning. That's what's in your aura. You're like, how do I get this worthiness out of me? Because I know I'm worthy, but I don't know how to get it without being diminished, without somebody. Listen, this person is ready to take their seat. You're ready to take your throne. You're ready to take your throne. But you're looking at it like, man, look at that light shining on there. What are people going to say? How are they going to feel? And it's like, that doesn't matter. You're changing your mind about how people feel and what they think because you have paid attention to you. You spent that time in Hangman, which is their clarity upside down, and you gain some clarity that you matter. All this confusion is only because look how tight you were holding yourself. You wouldn't let yourself out there to be free. You were like maybe afraid of being heard or afraid of being talked about. You were sitting there talking to the ghosts, like, just sit with me, and they were just sitting there holding you hostage, and you're like, no, I want to fly. I want to fly. Yes, I'm a water sign. I'm tired of being in this water. Oh, that movie Aquaman. I didn't see it, but somebody told me about it, said it was good. It's like, I'm tired of being in this water. You're like, I want to go see what the land is like. Let me fly, But I'm taking my watery aspects with me because they matter. Because if you look at this throne, you got the trees over there. You got the river. You got everything you need all in one. But they waiting on you to take the seat. It's your throne. It's your seat. It's a Kirk Franklin song. It says, don't give up your seat. It's amazing. My life is a miracle. Don't give up your seat. It's yours. Don't stand there and look at it like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Take your time and take the seat. And that could be why you change your mind. You're like, man, if it's my seat, if I'm supposed to have, it's like, I want everything God has for me. What God has for me is for me. It's like, it's for you. Change your mind about it. Don't push it away. Say it is for me. That is my seat. I know without a doubt. You don't have to be confused anymore. And I also said this could be how people are looking at you. They probably think you are confused because all the stuff you've been through, which taught you everything from the outside looking in. It looks like, man, that Aquarius has lost his doggone mind. But you're like, no, I found my worth in this. I found out who I was in this. This didn't kill me. What doesn't kill you make you stronger. Work a little harder. Doesn't mean I'm lonely because I'm alone. Kelly Clarkson. That was unnecessary to have burped. But you found your worth in that. And you change your mind about the way you see it and how it happened. And you're like, man, I could just detox out these emotions, sober up, volunteer, be of assistance to something higher than myself. And like the angel said, they see you trying. They see the steady progress. You're like, I'm trying to get to this seat. I'm trying to get to my throne. You ain't even mad about it. You ain't upset about it. You ain't emotional about it. You just like, I'm on my way to this seat. Just let me take it step by step because I don't want to be knocked out again. Just let me take it step by step so I can feel the feeling of flying, so I can feel the feeling of freedom. And like I said, you're at peace. So the seed is yours, Aquarius. That is your reading. That's just your prelude for January, which just means that's just how it's going to begin. In the beginning, you're feeling free. You're feeling at peace. You're like, I've understood a lot of things and I know my throne is coming. So maybe for 2019, you're going to get your throne. You're going to get your seat if you don't already have it, or if you lost it to this confusion, you're about to gain it back. So the throne is yours. I guess that's what I titled it. The throne is yours. Please don't give up your seat. It's your seat. Take it. Have it. Well, I don't mean have seats like that, but I see it as a throne. I see it as, the king and the queen, they have to have that seat that they sit on. That's theirs. It's my throne. So that's your reading, Aquarius. Happy, happy, happy New Year.